Hello, Capricorn. Welcome to your weekly reading for February 19th to the 25th. This is for Capricorn and Capricorn rising, and we're going to jump right into it. Capricorn, this is a loaded week, just like last week. Now, you were probably going through a lot of changes. I mean, come on. We're coming out of Aquarius season, which is all about like I said, it's very radical. It's very forward thinking. We had so many conjunctions. You could have had some like really deep desires come up. Maybe you conjured some, maybe some happened, but a lot of empowerment energy too. Now, here's the thing. We actually, before even the week begins, moved into Pisces season. Okay. That happened on Sunday, the 18th. All right. Or will, if you're watching this before that happens. But Pisces season is very like spiritual. I love Pisces. It's just, very spiritually active. It's very meditative, a lot of imagination there, a lot of compassion there. I really love Pisces season. I feel like a lot of nostalgic energy could happen around that time. Well, it should too. But even still, here's the thing. This is going to be very interesting for you. All right, Capricorn? I hope you're ready for what I'm about to say. Now, sure, the sun moved into Pisces, but remember, Saturn, your ruling planet, is still in Pisces as well. And as Saturn continues to move forward, you're going to feel Saturn more and more. Now, Saturn is a planet of like discipline and I say like the planet of hard knocks and responsibilities and whatnot. But Saturn rewards you in the end. So if you think about yourself like climbing a mountain, all right, climbing a mountain, everything that you want is on the top of the mountain. You have to be prepared for this climb, all right? Are you wearing the right like hiking gear? Are you wearing flip-flops or high heels? Do you bring water? Be prepared for this climb, okay? Because Saturn is now the mountain's gonna get a little bit steeper, all right? But again, what I said earlier, Saturn rewards you. So you will make it to the top. You just have to keep going, all right? You just gotta keep going. Now, here's the interesting thing. Saturn in Pisces is in your third house, Capricorn. So this is all about communication. Communication could be a really big thing for you now, all right? This is, even learning things, like gaining knowledge about stuff by communicating, even like if you work in communication in some capacity, advertising, marketing, things like that, you could feel like a lot of energy here. Because Neptune's is in Pisces too. But it is your ruling planet that's here. So you definitely will feel this. And I'm only bringing this up because you're definitely going to feel a lot of Saturn activity this week. And then next week we build up to the big Saturn Cazimi. And, I think my dog she heard what I just said. She's like, what is happening next week? So now the first half of this week, we do have the moon in Cancer. And so very interesting. The moon rules Cancer, by the way. So very like watery, right? With, the moon in Cancer. I think she needs to get down. Are you hungry? You want to get down? Oh, good girl, Ruby. Oh, good girl. Oh, my good girl. You want to say hi to everybody? No, she doesn't. Okay. Capricorn, she loves you. She just loves her TREATs more. Capricorn, so what I was saying, moon in Cancer, first half of the week. Listen, very nurturing, emotional energy, like really nice. A lot of family stuff could be, on your mind or what you're feeling around this time. But even still, like just moon in Cancer, this alone is Cancer rules your seventh house. So a lot of partnership activity. So it can be, more specifically like a significant other, but work related too. I mean, y'all are Capricorns. So it could be something that has to do with one-on-one partnerships that you're really feeling now. Something that, they're, again, very spiritual energy though. So it's really, really nice. Now on the 21st, on Wednesday, we get to the Venus conjuncting Mars. Really, really big aspect here. Just something so radical about this. Now, you could have had some money moments happening, and now you may feel some more. All right, Venus is conjuncting Mars in Aquarius, which is your second house. All right, so second house is salary, finances, income. So there could be something that has to do with money, Capricorn, especially with Venus. Venus rules money. All right, so this is a big thing. What makes it even bigger is the fact that it's not just Venus conjuncting Mars, Pluto is in the mix. Pluto is also in Aquarius. All right. So, I always say, like, look back to this time and this time when this happened and this happened. Well, Venus conjuncted Mars, 2 years ago. Okay. But Pluto wasn't there. So it's a fresh new energy that Pluto brings. It's almost like this three-way dance. Pluto is all about empowerment, and Pluto is all about, transformation. So when I say you may really feel this, you may really feel it. And another reason why is because Pluto does rule the 8th house of other people's money. And so now you have other people. So it's two money houses in the zodiac wheel that's activated for you on this day. All right. Now, even though you can't go back and trace like what could happen, what happened for me when Venus conjuncted Mars, Pluto wasn't there. This is a time where you can create this new path for yourself. All right. So when I say take advantage of this day, don't sleep through this day. This is a day where, again, taking power in your hands, all right? When it comes to money, when it comes to wealth, okay? Income, things like that. Second house is also self-worth, value, right? Material possessions. There could be activity around there as well. So it is like a big confidence booster as well, all right? So keep that in mind. This is, Venus conjuncting Mars just in itself, like, this is really like a lot of charisma. I love it. It's, a lot of chemistry here. And yes, sexual chemistry. This is Venus and Mars here. All right. We're talking about a lot of sexual energy. Definitely, with the fact that you have a lot of activity in your 5th house, a lot of y'all could feel it, that is, pleasure. It's love, it's romance, and, procreation and sex and whatnot. But if you're not here for any of that, it can be creativity. It can be money. Okay. Things moving in direction that way. All right. Even just being moved by something really creative, or I love this aspect, and I really want you to take advantage of it and use it to your advantage. Remember, Aquarius does rule technology. So if you are single and you're looking for love, I mean, Venus conjuncting Mars, come on. But Aquarius ruling technology, get on dating apps, all right? Do things like, Tinder or whatnot. The other thing is, like, Aquarius does rule, like, astrology and, like, even like outer space and like things in space. So you could have like these cosmic, kismet, divine moments around this time. I mean, really just use this day to your advantage. Now, Capricorn, on the 22nd, Mercury will enter Pisces. So you see Mercury entering Pisces. I always say, like, Mercury in Pisces is like poetry in motion. It's all about the arts and imagination, creativity and whatnot, but also intuition is a big thing here. You could be getting a lot of intuitive messages. Really, really nice. And the fact that Mercury, the ruling planet of the 3rd house, and it's all this active. Mercury's in your 3rd house now. This is just crazy. And so it's almost like a homecoming for y'all. It's like you could feel very empowered down the way that you speak and communicate, but also like in a dreamy way, almost like building this. Remember, like, you have this vision for your future and really adding to that. But Saturn is asking you to bring some reality to it. Okay. Really bring some, make things real now. The visions that you have, the dreams that you have, you could be getting a lot of intuitive messages from your dreams as well. So pay attention to your dreams. It really is that time. I mean, we do have the Sun, Mercury, Neptune, and Saturn in Pisces. Okay. That's a buildup of planets in your 3rd house of communication. But also the other thing is 3rd house does rule short distance travel. That's on your mind. It also rules siblings, okay, aunts, uncles, cousins, things like that, okay. And this may be a big thing for you because remember, the North Node did move into Aries in your 4th house, and it's going to be there all year long. So there's a lot of home stuff happening for you. You may be having like different shifts in the way that you live, and you may be changing your living environment and things like that. So you just keep that in mind. But again, this week alone, a lot of family energy for you too. Okay, a lot of family energy. Now on the 23rd, Venus will square Jupiter. I just want you to have fun. Okay, Jupiter and Saturn are harmonious right now, so I want you to have fun. I want you to be communicative as well. Now on Saturday, we get to the big full moon in Virgo. So remember how I was telling you this is very spiritual week, the Pisces season, Mercury in Pisces, all this Neptune in Pisces, very spiritually active. Well, now this full moon in Virgo is in your 9th house of spirituality. So you will definitely feel it. Full moons are a time, it's very emotional, right? Already like emotions are heightened this week in a good way, like in a nurturing way, like I love everybody, that kind of thing. But, this is a very, full moon in Virgo. It is in Virgo. So it is very like analytical. It's very like pragmatic. It's, fellow earth sign, your BFF Virgo, right? So really, really like a sense of like service to others here with the full moon in Virgo, but a lot of reflection. Now, remember how I said earlier, like with Venus conjuncting Mars with Pluto just kind of being the third wheel? Not really, because Pluto is so powerful, but and how you can't look back. But you can do that now. I want you to look back to September 14th, 2023. Okay. It is corresponding to this full moon in Virgo. That new moon in Virgo we had September 14th. That was in Virgo season. So what seeds were you planting? What were the conversations you were having? What were the things that you were, putting in motion? What were the intentions you were setting? You could find some activity around that now. You could some sort of culmination, maybe even a turning point. Now, here's the thing. One of the reasons why I was bringing up Saturn will be opposing the moon and Mercury. Okay. So there could be something really like a heaviness or like a burden that you may feel, like a big squeeze, but you're going to feel it because there is going to be something that you may identify around this time, around the full moon in Virgo, that that you've got to like release, let it go. All right. Because there are so many new commitments you have. And it's almost like these new paths, right? And it's like finding that like straight line up the mountain, okay, to get there fastest to everything that you want and deserve. All right. So it is a full moon where you could hear, important news around this time. I mean, full moons, again, things are illuminated, but this one, Jupiter will be trining this full moon. So that is so nice. Jupiter, the planet of good luck and good fortune, prosperity, which is in your fifth house of pleasure and love and romance and creativity. So again, creativity is a big thing for you this week, but also spirituality. So intuition, things like that. But there is so much like forward movement. It's almost like, that charge behind Venus conjuncting Mars could really put a lot of things in motion. But with that said, let's get started, Capricorn. See what's going on for you for the week of, where are we? February 9th to the 25th, Capricorn and Capricorn rising. If you want to read for your moon, your Venus, all those other placements, if you do know your birth chart, you are absolutely welcome to. I would recommend the moon. I mean, we do have a full moon in Virgo. And then Venus is actually very active this week. I mean, clearly. So, those are up to you. Let's get started, Capricorn. February 19th to the 25th. Now, Capricorn, I do a traditional cultic cross spread. Really does offer the best overview. If we need to pull clarifiers, we'll pull clarifiers. So, Capricorn, the other thing is that you are good. And, my dog, you're good. Okay, so I mean, you're good. Listen, you are going to have, there's a lot of like, the main thing is like trust your intuition this week, and it's showing up here in a big way. And I'm going to explain why in a second. But first, you got the King of Cups, the most intuitive king. Okay. This is not the only card that's showing like, telling you to trust your intuition. King of Cups is really nice that it shows up in your spread, because this is showing this level of like emotional stability that you're moving into. All right. So just don't bottle up emotions this week, where some of these aspects are asking you to be a little bit emotional. All right. And show a little emotion. So, but this is really nice. It just seems like you're going to be fine anyway. It just feels like, I mean, like you can even see his throne on top of water. I mean, nothing is going to knock him off that throne. You can see how turbulent the water is as well. So yeah, this is really great. But again, the King of Cups is, heightened emotions, but also heightened intuition. He is like exceptionally psychic. I mean, so you could have really powerful psychic moments. You could be like, Bobby's going to call, and then the phone rings 5 minutes later and it's Bobby. And you know what I mean? Like those kind of moments. Now you did get the 8 of Wands in the heart of your spread. Hello, you're good. You're really, really good. Things are moving fast for you. There's this swiftness. There's, remember how I said earlier that, that Venus Mars aspect could bring this charge and forward momentum? Well, this is propelling forward forward. You see the wands here completely aligned. Okay. So everything aligning for you now. And things are going to move like really fast for you. Okay. There's this, again, enthusiasm that comes with the Eight of Wands. It's one of only 2 cards in all of tarot where there's no figure, there's no person, there's no nothing, but just whoosh, 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 wands zipping through the air. But again, note the alignment. Okay. They're completely aligned. Things are aligning. And this is your passions, ideas that you have, creativity, but also like, very work related here as well. Now, interesting about this is that it is a Sagittarius card. Okay. So Sagittarius rules your 12th house. Intuition. Okay. So, now you did get the, 6 of Cups. All right. In your challenge area, just, play nice with others this week. Okay. That's all I'm going to say. Play nice with others. Things are going to be really good for you. Just, there is some powerful aspects happening this week. Saturn could be, a little like, so just play nice with others and you're going to be cool. You're going to be fine. Have some nostalgic moments. That is a big thing that you, may want to do, is have nostalgic moments. If you feel like, you are moving in a place where it's like, this mountain is made out of quicksand. When you think of, Madonna's first album, Material Girl, when you think of E.T., Romy and Michelle's High School Reunion, whatever you do, anything nostalgic, when you have those moments, it may, research has proven time and time again, nostalgia improves well-being, quality of life, like mental health, all of that. So nostalgic moments. So have those moments of nostalgia. It's going to make you feel good. It's going to make you feel good. All right. Now, you did get the Temperance card. All right. This is absolutely amazing. Another card indicating intuition. You see the sun on the archangel's forehead here, right on the pineal gland. All right. Your third eye, your sixth sense. So really open up that intuition. But this is really great because it just seems like it's just going to happen for you. All right. Just stay there though. Just really hold on to that energy. Intuition is like when you trust your intuition, everything's great. Okay. You have no worry. You have no doubt. Like you have no, like the mountain isn't made out of quicksand, but you got now you got like a grappling hook. Okay. And it's just like, you got people actually pushing you up the mountain. All right. All these bodybuilders just pushing you up. So that is what I'm talking about. Like having being in touch with your, higher self and listen to your inner voice and just being intuitive. Like that's just, it makes a big difference. All right. Now, the other thing is Temperance is Sagittarius. Again, another Sagittarius card, 12th house. All right. So it is subconscious and it is in your crown, but it is also intuition. Now, 10 of Wands. Another Sagittarius card. Look down Sagittarius. Very interesting here. But yeah, there is, with Saturn being very active this week and Saturn being your ruling planet, there is that like big squeeze as you see him like completely squeezing the wands here. All right. So don't overwork. Try not to overwork. And when I say that, I feel like you've gotten this before. I feel like I've told you this before. Like Capricorns just have it. Y'all prioritize work. Y'all are workaholics. And it's just like really like now this week, be mindful of it. Like to avoid like burnout and things like that. All right. Because there could be a sense of like where you're already feeling it. You're feeling like, Saturn, like, and maybe just, even taking on too much. Maybe do it like, maybe doing it in a way where like you're distracting yourself from things that you have to, think about. But you're going to be fine. You're going to be fine as long as you just don't overwork. Okay. Don't overwork because, when you're overworking, you're missing those little things that you may need to pay attention to. All right. Kind of like the man here who can't even see where he's going. He's carrying so many wands. All right. So if you find yourself in that situation, drop a wand or two. Now, you got the Knight of Pentacles in your future. This is absolutely amazing. I love the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles is amazing. And Virgo, by the way, during the full moon in Virgo. So really, really great here. He's very grounded and practical, just like Virgo, right? Very pragmatic, like I was saying. But he is someone who is in it to win it, in it for the long haul. And this is you. Just there is something you're committing to. Something you're committing to. And again, remember, money could be a big thing for y'all this week. there's something new could be coming through. There could be a deal that's landing now, but there is just this sense of long-termness, this commitment energy. And it doesn't have to be money or wealth. This is, what have you invested in that you're just like, okay, I'm in it for the long haul now. Okay. So it could actually be investments too, actual like stocks and stuff. But this is really great. Let's get to your stuff. Capricorn, oh my goodness. I don't think I took a breath throughout that whole, how long have I been talking about? If you like this reading, it would be great if you like, subscribe, leave comments, tell me what's going on. Capricorn, what's going on with y'all? And if you are subscribed, y'all know I love y'all. Y'all know I love y'all. Thank you so much for being here. Y'all really make my day. Now, oh my goodness. Okay, so we're going to talk about this. There's something that is coming to an end. Something's coming to an end. Now, remember what I said earlier with this full moon in Virgo? It's almost like, this has got to come to an end. There's got to be something that is, I got to like nip it in the bud. I got to put this to bed because there's these new commitments that I want, or even things that are happening for me now that I want to pay more attention to and focus on. Now you see it here. Now you got the world. How funny. Because the world is attributed to Saturn. So you're getting like you got the card of Saturn during a week where Saturn is and Saturn again is a ruling planet, but yeah, this is you. This is echoing what I said earlier with this full moon in Virgo. There is something coming to an end for something to begin. We've come to the end of the major arcanas, okay? The end of the fool's journey here. And you see the dancing figure, within the garland, the wreath. That's shaped as a zero referencing the fool. So this new beginning that's happening. And so you're listen, this can just keep going up that mountain. You're gonna get there. But it's almost like there may be like a new path that opens up as a shortcut, or just something that has like flowers lining it or something that's just really nice for you. Now you did get the Two of Swords. Okay, so very interesting that you got the Two of Swords. It looks like some of y'all may be changing careers, or thinking about changing careers, or doing something differently with work. There is also a sense of like partnerships and relationships that could be something that I mentioned earlier with the moon in Cancer that's happening this week, that's focusing there. But this is a Libra card at the end of the day, and you did just get the Three of Swords in your final outcome, which we'll talk about, which is Saturn in Libra. So do you see all this Saturn activity that's happening? Anyway, trust your intuition. Another card that's saying, you see the moon here, right? Trust your intuition. You see she's blindfolded, removed herself to just spend some time just going within the deep thinking, trusting her intuition to the point where she's comfortable taking that blindfold off. So there may be a decision that's happening this week, something that's coming together too. But in order for something to come together, it's like you have to really go within. Okay. And it could be pretty emotional. Full moons are emotional. And then the moon in Cancer, I already mentioned it's an emotional week, but trust your intuition. You're going to be fine. There could be someone, by the way, that is part of your life that maybe also like that you it's almost like the universe is asking you to like be there for them. Remember I said, like, even with the Six of Cups here, play well with others and support others and show kindness and things like that, but there could be someone that may be confused about a situation. It could be a colleague, it could be a partner, and you just have to kind of like put down that stethoscope or whatever it is, and do this stuff, like be there for your partner and your colleagues and whoever, your family, your dog, whatever it is. You did get the Knight of Wands. All right, so it does seem like there is this like, let's just move, and it's great. Go toward your passions. Okay, do not let anything stop you. But it looks like there is something that you're moving toward that has stability to it. Just don't be a workhorse this week. All right. The Knight of Wands is fire on fire, by the way. Knights are fire, wands are fire. This is really fiery. So it's like, what is it, like fire under your feet energy, but really transformative energy that does have happen with the Knight of Wands. And you know what I'm gonna say, right? The Knight of Wands is Sagittarius. 1, 2, 3, 4 Sagittarius cards. Wow. Now, Three of Swords and your final outcome. I'll clarify that for you too, but it really is just saying there is going to be emotional impact this week. And I already said from the way beginning, it's going to be an emotional week. You see that it is going to be here. So don't distract yourself from anything that you do have to face, or anything that is happening that you're just like, oh, I'm just going to, do a TED talk for 4 days straight to ignore, the repair that needs to be done in my house, things like that. You get what I'm saying. But, with the Three of Swords, like I said, there could be something with partnerships, relationships that is related, but also career. Okay. Remember, Libra does rule your 10th house. All right. So, but natively it is like partnerships and relationships. You already have a lot of activity around that this week, but, very interesting here with the Two of Swords and the Three of Swords. So, if you don't make that right decision, if you don't have that intuitive moment, things could just be a little bit more emotionally challenging. But even still, I'm just getting more of an energy. It's like something's going to happen because there's something that may end this week. There may be a part of it that's hard to end. It's like you've been at a job for 5 years. You just got recruited for, the big position somewhere else. And it's hard to say bye to those people that you've worked with and built bonds with and, love. And it was, you got to walk to work and whatever it is, like there is just something that may end that may be like hard for you. And you may be on the receiving end too, but it's still like, look at what's happening for you. It's almost like it's meant to happen if something does. It's like, wow. Remember I talked about that new path. Okay. So let's clarify this. Capricorn, don't look at me like that. Don't look at me like that. You know that. Come on. You're good. Look. You got the Nine of Cups. Yeah, I mean, come on. You're good. You got the Nine of Cups. This is a card of complete satisfaction. This is a card of like, I say it's like the genie in a bottle energy. You even see him sitting here like a genie in a bottle. This is so like wish come true. Which come true. This is 9 cups you got. This is 9 cups. This is all about enlightenment too. This is really great. This is, so yeah, things are happening in a really great way. And the feeling that I was getting earlier is now confirmed that it is going to be an emotional week. Something may come to an end and it's almost like it was meant to happen. All right. Because there's so much movement forward for you, but you have to trust your intuition. So remember, you have the King of Cups, intuition. You have 3 Sagittarius cards, intuition. You have the 6 of Cups, which cups are intuition too, and your challenge area. So trust your intuition. Okay, you got more cups here. That's like intuition. You got another Sagittarius card, intuition. I mean, I could keep on going. But you get it, right? Things are gonna happen. But again, when you have all this trust in your intuition, when you're listening to your inner voice, you have more trust in yourself and you have more awareness. Okay. Capricorn, you're amazing. Thanks so much for tuning in. If you like this reading, it would be great. Did I just say that? It would be great if I like and subscribe and comment. No, maybe, May you like and subscribe and comment. Anyway, Capricorn, next week, a big week. We have the Saturn Cazimi. Your ruling planet is having a Cazimi, and we'll talk about that next week. We also have Mercury Cazimi. This is really big, all right? And then a lot of great aspects with Jupiter. I love next week. But it is going to be like the Saturn Cazimi is, it's big. Let's just keep it that way. It's big. Anyway, Capricorn, y'all are amazing. I will see you next week. All right. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.